over it, but it's like, maybe I shouldn't have said it like that. I don't know. I just get
Here's the thing about you, though. You get
personal.
wrapped up in weird conversations with people. I don't understand. Like,
what do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't talk to strangers.
You don't talk to strangers?
Mm-mm. But you do. You'll just talk to random people and you'll like start a fight with them online for some reason.
You're kind of
right.
You're kind of right.
I used to do that, but work, doing radio, really kind of, what do I want to say? It ruined it for me in a way. Because I don't know, man. Everyone's just so pig-headed. There's no reason to talk to people. What? Oh, I'm gonna die already because my controls are weird. Shoot, jump. I think they're backwards. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. So the next one is sending sexually provocative messages. I was gonna say, have you ever done that?
No. No, I can't say as I have. Not on
like social media. No.
Text message for sure.
Who are you sending these messages to?
Taylor Swift.
Yes, always Taylor Swift. Posting something you regretted while drunk.
No, not me.
Leaving mean or abusive comments on someone's post. I've never left mean comments on someone's post. It might be a comment to, like, one of their friends, maybe. Like, one of their friends may have said something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would be like, oh, no, wait, you're wrong. And you're wrong because this is why.
You're still doing... This is Facebook.
Yeah, oh, no, totally. Totally Facebook. Yeah. I mean, that's what I mainly use.
That's what it's for. I mean, I don't mean that in a good way. But, like, that, people use that to argue with each other. I don't even... What's big on Facebook right now? What are people arguing about these days?
So, it looks like the big thing is Jonah Hill.
Oh, that's... Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's just the big thing.
What are people... Well, okay, we'll talk about that later.
But I haven't read really anything about it.
I have.
So I wanted to get your take on that.
Okay.
When we're done with the percolator.
Yep, that's fine.
We can do that.
Uh-huh.
Because maybe you can kind of give me some background on it, because I really don't know that much. I read one article.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay. I already said okay. You don't need to keep on talking. You're hounding me about it. Maybe you could talk about it. Yes, okay. But maybe I just thought maybe because I didn't read it. I said, okay, yeah, I do it. But maybe I was just thinking because I don't know what it is. Maybe you'll tell me what it is, and then we can talk about it, and then we'll talk about it, everybody. That's how you sound.
Posting that? I'm pretty great. Posting a photo or video of someone without their permission.
Not really. Yeah,
I don't really do that. Although if I am with your parents and they're taking a photo, I'm just pretty much geared up for it ending up on social media. I'm just ready for it because you never know. You just never know. Yeah, it's probably gonna end up there.
Right. Here's the thing, though. Ultimately, if you don't go on air, you won't see it.
Good point. But I live on there, so.
I'm gonna die. I'm imminently gonna die. This game might be too hard to play and talk during. You know that?
I don't think so. I think you can do it.
I have 9 energies.
You better get some energies. Sexting someone nude images.
No.
Posting revealing images or videos of yourself.
Okay, so first of all, let me go back to the last one you just said.
Sexting someone nude images.
Yeah. I don't know. Why is that a cardinal sin? I think everybody does that these days.
It's just a social media sin.
Okay.
Is that the same thing?
As what?
As a cardinal sin?
No, cardinal. That's just a. No, it's just a. An adjective.
Gotcha. Okay.
It just means serious.
I see.
Not an actual cardinal sin. I don't know what those are. I'm not a priest.
Arguing with a celebrity on social media.
No, I've never done that.
No, I've never done that either. I mean, I may definitely not agree with some stuff that they've got going on, but I'm not going to go on there and just comment on their thing and be like, you are not cool.
There's people that just get off on doing that.
They do.
I'll tell you. You know who gets it a lot is REM's bass player.
Really?
Mike Mills. He's kind of outspoken. And, like, there's people in there that just argue with him constantly. I'm like, dude, you're arguing with the dude from REM. Chill. Like, that's the guy from REM. Who do you think you are? What are you, a plumber? What? You know what I mean? Get out of here with that.
Right. Catfishing people or pretending to be someone else.
Who has the energy for that?
Yeah, I mean, that seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Don't you have to, like, set up another whole profile?
Sounds like you know how to do it.
Oh, wow. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea.
Is that a cat?
I think that was my
Chair.
Maybe? Oh, it's not doing it now though, so maybe. Okay, so let's talk about Jonah Hill.
All right. Well,
So enlighten me. What's going on with Jonah Hill?
Well, so he was dating this girl,
right?
And she was a surfer. Now there are some. I don't know what the update is, but people were saying she was someone who would train people how to surf.
Okay.
But apparently that's not true. So if you read that, that's supposedly not true.
Okay.
So I don't know if she's like a model or if I don't know what her gig is.
Okay.
Right? But I know she likes to surf, and Jonah Hill, I guess, took issue with the fact that she goes out and surfs and has what he would consider to be inappropriate relationships with dudes.
Okay.
And wears skimpy clothes around them and takes suggestive photos with them and all this stuff. And so he said if you're going to do that, he said you have every right to do that if you want to, but if you're going to be the kind of girl that is, seen in bikinis with other men in inappropriate positions and post on social media and modeling with them, then you're not the girl for me, unfortunately, because he wanted I guess
somebody with a little more modesty, maybe.
Yeah, but it had something to do with her not wanting kids, though, too.
Okay, so there was a little more to it. Yeah, okay.
So anyway, this was a long time ago.
Right. Okay.
This wasn't recently. He's got a different girlfriend. He's been with this other girl for a while now.
Okay.
So this girl comes out of nowhere, his ex, and posts these screenshots of these conversations. And now everybody's ganging up on Jonah Hill. How who does he think he is? Telling somebody he's trying to gaslight them and he's trying to manipulate them and he was a narcissist and all this stuff. And the conversation around that is he a narcissist for telling her what he's looking for? And so they go, women will, they've got a list of things that they look for in a guy.
Right, of course.
And if that doesn't fit, if that guy doesn't fit that list, it's a good chance she's not even going to date him in the first place.
Right, exactly.
So,
I mean, that seems valid.
But,
on both ends, right? It should be valid on both ends.
I don't know. You tell me. I'm serious.
The cats over there were yelling at each other. I'm sorry.
I mean, the question would be, is it okay for a guy to tell a girl that I don't want you if you're not, if you dress provocatively, if you're not, what do you want to say? Decent, in the classical sense.
Right.
You're indecent.
Put some clothes on. Cover up.
For the love of all of God and holy, put on some pants.
Did you just mean to fall all the way down?
You know it, baby.
I think it's a good point that you said that, you can't have it just one way. You got to be able to have it both ways. And if a woman is allowed to say that a guy can't do, or if she's looking, not that can't do, that's the wrong word. If a woman is like, okay, I don't want this in a man,
right,
then it should be okay for a guy then to say, I'm not looking for this in a girl.
Like single dads. I'm thinking that that's going to be one that some women don't want. I don't want a guy with a kid, right?
Right. And that should be okay.
You see what just happened? I went in that door, and the bad guy followed me in.
I saw that, and he got you in the middle, right?
Yeah. My controls are weird. They're not working right. Yeah. But everybody, look. I'm going to tell you the truth. That's all I know about it. If I'm missing some facts on that, I might be. The fact of the matter is, for me, the inherent problem I have with it is that why now is she coming out with this stuff now? If it's been 2 years or whatever since they were together. And isn't that just vindictive? And isn't that just... I mean, isn't that awful?
Well, the one comment I saw was she had said, oh, I wanted to wait until she had her baby.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess did Jonah Hill's girlfriend have a baby?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So she wanted to wait until she had her baby in order to come out with this. I mean...
Why? But why?
But why? Exactly. Why? I don't know.
I don't... I'll tell you what. If it had anything to do with the girl, then wouldn't you want it out as soon as possible so she don't get tied to that loser?
You would think. I mean, what happened to like girl code, right? Like, you girls are supposed to look after other girls.
Yeah, I don't think that counts when they're exes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a girl. I'm just saying. Girl code. It's my new song. Girl code.
I like it. I mean, if you were with a guy and
I wouldn't be, but that's fine.
No, but I mean, like, as a girl, if you were with a guy and you thought he wasn't... If it was serious, like she's making it out to be, saying he was abusive...
Yeah, abusive and narcissistic.
Then you would want to warn other women as soon as possible, like, hey, this guy is abusive and you don't want to be with him. So I don't think that she should have waited 2 years if it was really valid.
The thing about it is, I think, and I don't... Nobody... I don't know that it's abusive if you don't tell somebody what to do. Like, if he's not saying you got to do it this way. He's just saying, if you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends.
Exactly. Yeah.
That'd be something bad. You know what I'm saying, though?
No, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. Yeah.
So I think, as Homer Simpson might say, it's a hoochie move. If I'm allowed to say that on this podcast that we own.
You're done when you start quoting The Simpsons.
Well, that wasn't really a quote. It was just what I would imagine them to say. Yeah. Look, I don't really care very much either way about what's his face, Jonah Hill. Who cares?
Right.
But I just don't like the intellectual dishonesty that comes with saying that it's perfectly normal for someone to come years after a relationship, after your ex has a baby with somebody else, to come out with these text messages and say how abusive the dude is. It just seems fishy to me, that's all.
It's really strange. It's really weird. And why would she do it now? And, like, it's almost like she's like, oh, wait, am I out of the spotlight?
Maybe.
Wait, don't forget about me. Don't forget about me.
Well, yeah, you can say that, but who is she in the first place? Some surfer. Let me ask you this, though.
I don't know.
Let me ask you this.
What?
Do you think that love him or leave him? If you're her and he says to you, 2 years ago while you were still together,
right.
You can't go out surfing with guys and, be naked on the internet or whatever he said, would you think, oh, you can't tell me what to do? I'm going to get out of here, date myself. Now, keep in mind, this shouldn't matter, but it does. This dude's rich. He's a rich celebrity. Mm-hmm. So he's, quite frankly, he's allowed to have an opinion or standards or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, again, I'm not saying it's right. I'm asking you, based on that information.
Love him or leave him?
Love him or leave him?
Love him.
Or leave him, yeah. That's a
I say love him.
Or leave him, yes. That's a question.
I know, but I say love him. I don't see anything wrong with him saying, this is what I am looking for in a partner, and you are not fitting that bill, and if you want to be with me, then, these are kind of my standards. It's interesting because...
What's that noise?
It's my chair.
Oh.
Because way back when I was a young teenager, I was told, well, not told, But it was basically like write a list down on a piece of paper and kind of ask the universe for and be specific, like everything that you wanted in a mate or in a partner. And
I'm glad you said 7-foot tall basketball playing rich, because you got it.
and so I think that even from, like, I don't think it's anything new for people to be like, okay, this is what I want.
Well, I'll tell you what is new, though, and I believe this. I think it's new that we are living kind of in a time right now where what you want to do, it takes precedence over something else. Nobody can tell you what to do, what not to do.
Right.
That's,
yeah.
So,
But I mean, then that's up to her. Then she has to be like, okay, well, is he worth it? I can either continue to go surfing and dress, in bikinis and be sexy with guys, or I can choose this guy who likes me and is going to take care of me, and we could have a really great thing and grow old together.
But we're not.
So.
And if not, then I will smear him all over the internet.
Right.
Well, I just want to make a statement to that. I'm basing what I'm saying on the little bit of information I know about it. If there's more to it and I'm wrong about it, but I read a couple of articles about it, and that's kind of what I think. I don't think that, culturally speaking, I don't think as a guy you're allowed to say that stuff. You have a preference for this or that or whatever. You just got to, you can think it, but you're not allowed to say it. Maybe.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, okay. It's a little bit early for random facts. Maybe I could do one more and then do random facts.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, we just started.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a new study, right? So they say that you should go to bed at the same time, speaking of partners, that you should go to bed at the same time as your partner. Now, that doesn't mean turn off the lights, go to sleep, whatever. That just means you're both kind of laying in bed. One person's doing their thing, maybe, I was going to say read a book, but probably play on their phone, more like it.
Okay.
Or maybe the other one's watching TV, whatever. Anyway, they say that you partners are happier if they go to bed at the same time. So what do you think? Do you think go to bed at the same time, or stay up and let the other person sleep and then you kind of just do your thing? I mean, I know for you it's a little different because, like, you do have a hard time getting to sleep.
Yeah.
So, like, you could be up for 4 hours, you could be in bed, but then, like, be up for 4 hours because you just can't sleep.
This is true. And it is miserable just lying in bed waiting for the...
Yeah, that doesn't help either because it's just, like, ticking by and you're like, okay, like, I'm not asleep yet.
Yeah,
like,
that's miserable.
And then the other person's over there snoring and you're like, Rrr.
I mean, I like to use my evenings to do stuff.
Yeah.
But I will say this: we do not sleep in the same bed because because I've got a back issue and I got to sleep on the floor. And then typically we sleep in separate rooms because you snore really bad.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
But lately, for the last week,
yes,
you've been deciding that you broke your air conditioner somehow, and you needed to be in my room with my air conditioner. And so you've been sitting in bed going to bed
in your room with you.
And
yes.
I'll be honest with you. It's a little depressing sometimes whenever I just want to get up and work on something, like sing a song or record something or whatever, and I can't because you're asleep. I do get a little depressed because I like to have time where, especially like today. We saw a lot of each other today because you didn't work at either job today.
Right.
So the other job being DoorDash, by the way. That's what I meant.
right.
And so, this would be a time for me to, like, finish up the thing I was working on earlier. But I'm not going to be able to because, in like 20 minutes, you're going to be like, I'm tired, gotta go to bed now, time to sleep. That's what you sound like. So what I say is, I tend to like having the
freedom of just being able to kind of work on a project if you want to work on a project, and not have to worry about.
It's only bad because there's 3 cats in here. And last night there was 4. 4 cats in here last night. 4 cats.
I know.
2 people and 4 cats in one bedroom. It was a little bit much.
It says the researchers found couples who go to sleep at different times reported less satisfaction in their relationships and felt less connected to their partners overall.
Why does everybody whine so much? That's my question.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
It's like, oh, I don't feel as connected to you because you won't go to bed. Go to bed.
I'm not satisfied. Don't go surfing. It's just all the same.
Don't go surfing and don't go to bed without me.
Man, Jonah Hill's a crybaby.
Oh, man. Oh, okay. Have you seen this TikTok thing that's going around about the fake proposals? So men are getting roasted on TikTok because
roasted.
Yeah, they're getting roasted. Because they're pretending to pop the question on camera.
Pop the question.
But they're not really proposing. And now, so women are like freaking out, right? Like, they're so upset because A, it's not real. 2, I mean, like, it's going up on social media, so that's not cool either. And 3, they're saying, well, now when you actually do propose to me, I'm not going to believe you.
Wait. So they're doing fake proposals?
Yeah, on TikTok.
Right.
Yeah.
With their actual girlfriends?
Yeah.
And they think this is...
And they think it's funny.
Wow. That's like as bad as like calling and saying your family died in a car crash or something. You know what I mean?
It's really
like a
bad.
major thing.
Really
Yeah. That is not cool, man.
See, look at the headline. Look at this.
I don't think it's a laughing matter either.
I know. It says,
that's terrible.
my boyfriend's beige flag is that he fake proposes to me when we are in a romantic moment, and now I will generally think it's a joke if he ever does it for real.
Yeah. What's a beige flag?
Oh, it's a beige flag.
No, I really don't. I know what a red flag is. I know what a green flag is. I don't know what a beige flag is.
I knew this. And
Anubis?
I totally...
The Egyptian god, Anubis? A beige flag.
An odd trait in a romantic prospect that is not quite a deal breaker, but not exactly a plus.
I call that a deal breaker.
It's a beige flag. It's not one or the other. It's kind of like in between.
I call that a deal breaker, absolute.
I call that a total deal breaker.
That is not cool. As a guy, if that happened to me, I would be like, what?
Like, when you... Oh my... Oh
What?
my.
What?
You see what's happening back here?
No, what's happening back here? Oh, cat in a bag.
Yeah, like, not cool, guys. Come on. Can I just... Here's a word for you guys. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Like, this is not cool. This is not going to get you any bonus points. Don't you want to get bonus points? Don't you want to be like, I don't know, like...
Don't you want to not get stabbed?
The talk of the town and be like, oh, your woman is so proud of you, and like everything else.
Your woman? What are you living in a cave? Your woman proud of you.
Yes. I mean, come on. This is not going to do you any favors. This is going to make things a million times worse. I cannot see any. What makes you think that there's going to be any good that comes out of this? I mean. Is it like a joke between you and your friends? Like, you put it on TikTok, you're like, oh, look at what I made Michelle do.
I mean, your 1,300 friends that are your followers. I don't think most guys don't like share each other's social media. Like, hey, I posted a good prank. You want to see it? You know what I mean? I mean, maybe they do. I don't know.
Anyway, that was my word for that. You have any advice for the men doing this?
Yeah, I mean, continue with that if you want to get stabbed, because that's what's gonna happen.
No.
It will. That's one of the. Look, I'm telling you, there are some girls you don't want to mess with, and they will not take kindly to that, and they live mostly in New York and New Jersey.
Yeah. So don't. So just don't.
I mean, you can do that to a California girl, but you can't do that to somebody from Jersey. Or you can, I don't know. I'm real big on the New York, New Jersey area, apparently.
You really are. Also, can I just give a shout out to all of our kitty cats in the room?
I mean...
Because it is National Kitten Day.
Well, we're doing national days now.
Well, why not?
Well, because I don't believe in them.
I know you don't believe in the National Pancake Day and National...
Yeah. Did you see Courtney Cox?
Punch your friend in the nose day.
Do you know who Courtney Cox is from Friends? Monica?
Yes.
She posted a McDonald's thing about the Grimace shake.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. It was, she fed it to her dog, and her dog, became a giant monster dog. That's all.
That's hilarious.
That's the whole story.
I love it.
I used to do this for a living.
Okay, let me see what else I have. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'll do random facts.
Random facts? You're just blowing through your topics, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there anything else, that hasn't been said about either of these? We spent a good amount of time on Jonah Hill.
We really did, yeah. So we did the percolator, and then the same time as your partner, right? Yeah, we did that. And that was... Oh, and then the proposals. I talked to the guys. Yeah, I said that's... Yeah. Let's see. Looking for my random facts.
I think this bombs, right?
Okay, so I have random facts. I don't know what they are. I haven't read them yet. So this will be fun for everybody.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. With the film Meet the Fockers.
Careful.
I was very careful with that. I was like, I made sure I read that right.
Prep site says.
The MPAA would not allow use of the name Fokker unless the filmmakers could find an actual person with that last name, and apparently they did.
Fascinating.
Who knew? Now we know.
That is interesting information.
My life might not be the same.
No.
Michael Jackson composed some of the songs for the Sega Genesis game Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Yes, he did, but he didn't take credit for it.
What?
So
I would have been like, I did that.
No, it's because what happened was that game came out right around the time when they started making up stories about him, and so he didn't want to be connected with the kids' game.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So no one's really sure which three he did or which songs he did from the game, but.
Oh, I'm sure we can figure it out.
Yeah, I probably had the soundtrack.
The first jersey number retired by the Miami Heat was Michael Jordan's number 23, even though he never played for them.
So I was gonna say,
they retired it out of respect in 2003, 6 years before they first retired a number from one of their own players.
Really?
Yes. The last person elected president with a net worth under $1 million was Harry S. Truman in 1945.
I got a Harry S. Truman.
We don't want to know.
Okay.
You're done. Showgirls is America's highest grossing NC-17 movie ever, even though it's only made $20.4 million since it was released in 1995.
Really? Well, there's not that many movies, so what happened was, you probably don't know this, but the NC-17 is a relatively new rating. It used to be called X. And
oh, yeah, that's right. It did, didn't it?
They changed it to no admittance for children under 17. That's what it meant. I didn't know that was rated NC-17.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Anyway, so those were all of my random facts.
They were good. I liked them.
I like them too. And then one other maybe kind of interesting topic that I had that I wanted to talk about. Besides doing kind of like some rapid fire.
Okay.
Is Americans say that they need to earn over $200,000
It's 230.
a year.
230,000.
$230,000 a year to feel secure. How do you feel about that?
I mean,
that's a lot of money.
all I need is a belt.
A belt?
Yeah, I feel secure.
Oh, gosh.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll win the Powerball.
And
then
then
I'll
we'll
let you
be
know.
like,
Then I'll let you know.
then we'll be like really secure, right?
Yeah, that's.
I'd be like, here's a little bit for you, here's a little bit for you, and the rest is on me.
Yeah, the 230,000. Shoot.
I know. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you gotta have like a really good paying job if you want to earn $230,000 a year, just to feel secure.
Or as I call it, a real job. Unlike the jobs that we've had.
No, even so, I mean, really, do like real jobs pay? Real jobs, whatever.
Well,
I mean, do they pay like $230,000?
Some do. Look at those big houses that some family members live in. You think they?
No, they got mortgages.
You think they're gonna?
They make payments. They make like $2,000 a month payments.
They might, but they can afford to.
I mean, ain't no one buying like $200,000 house with cash.
Well, maybe. You know, you're talking about people that know their credit scores and, you know.
These cats are playing like right next to the microphone.
They're being bad. They're being really bad.
They're totally being bad. Go back in your bag. You're so cute in your little bag.
Oh, crap. Cat on the studio table. Cat on the table.
Cat alert.
Oh, I'm gonna get killed too.
It's National Kitten Day.
Look, I'm dying.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you are. Is that because the cat distracted you?
Yeah, totally. Do you want to take 5 before you get to your rapid fire?
Oh, yeah, let's. That'd be great.
All right, we'll be back.
Okay.
So I'm so tired tonight. I don't know why. More coming up. She's being really bad. This is a little baby kitten. She's like,
yeah.
You know, she's a little kid.
Oh, okay. So, I think Well, I got kind of like a little, I got kind of like a little story, and then maybe we can do some rapid fire. But so people probably don't know, but I'm gonna let you tell them, or I'll tell them that you used to really like, and probably still do, the fake sausage.
Oh, soy sausage.
The soy sausage links. Yeah.
Morningstar was the one.
Morningstar. Yeah. Not the Beyond or whatever, but the sausage links from Morningstar. Yeah. Anyway, so, and you were a vegetarian for a while.
10 years.
For 10 years, yeah. So you're used to like Boca burgers and stuff like that. So this whole like not eating meat thing is not new to you.
This is the kitten who's pausing the game, just so you know.
Oh my goodness.
Good.
with that being said, so you've eaten plant-based meat. You've eaten actual meat. Let's take it one step further. And how do you feel about lab-grown chicken?
I don't like it, and I would not eat it.
Because it's now legal in the U.S. So you're not going to be able to get lab-grown chicken.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really into it.
And, like, what would really be... So what's really, like... What is wrong with it? In your head? Like,
Okay.
what can you not get past?
Okay.
To make it be like, okay, this is not cool. This is not, like, real. This is not...
I understand. No, for me, it's... Listen, I didn't stop eating meat because I loved animals, although I do. I stopped eating meat because the idea of where it came from began to kind of gross me out. What it's made out of, what it actually is, all that stuff kind of grossed me out. I don't like inside the stuff. It's just a thing. So that's even worse. Because I mean, it's already made out of stuff. I don't.
Is this turning your stomach right now?
No,
like,
I mean,
like...
no. I know that it exists. I'm not a baby, but I'm just saying. Like, if given the choice between eating that, like, if that's the only meat I can eat, I will gladly stop eating.
But don't you care about the environment? Wouldn't this be better for the environment because we're not?
Well, that's questionable.
Right. Well, you say it's questionable, but I mean, if it was better for the environment and you care about the environment, would you not be willing to take the step?
No.
So it's basically like free range.
Look, here's the thing. No.
For you.
Here's the thing. No. I don't like to think about any of that. And it would be way easier for me just to cut it out altogether than to have some science experiment.
Oh, so you're saying that if it actually went to, okay, we're not going to have farms anymore that have cows and chickens and that sort of thing, then, and it's lab grown only, then you're just going to be, I'm done. I'm not going to eat meat anymore.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Then I'm just going, okay, all right. So you're going for the vegetarian way then?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always
no lab grown, either the real stuff or vegetarian.
Look, I'm always a stone's throw away from vegetarian anyway. I really am. So I'm sure I'm not done with it, and I won't. And that would not. I'm just not interested in it. I don't like the idea of it.
You don't like the idea of your meat coming from a petri dish.
I don't like the idea of something being grown in cultured and then piled on top of each other and then
the faces that you're making right now are just too much for me.
Well, here's the thing. You gotta understand, you guys. I have a bit of a phobia of disorder, I guess you would call it, or too much order. So no, it totally tweaks my phobia, and there's nothing about that I find to be appealing. And quite frankly, I do believe if someone fed it to me and then told me about it, even if I didn't mind how it tasted, I would be disgusted, I think. I don't want anything to do with it. I want nothing at all to do with that. That's gross.
Are you ready for a little bit of rapid fire?
Yeah, you want to wrap up with this?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
All right.
Unless you want to do some more. Actually, let me do one more topic.
Okay, while you do that, let me load up another game then.
Okay.
Because I'm going to tell you the truth. Nintendo is not really doing it for me. So I'm going to play some Atari.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Okay, so... This is going to be... Is this a what-if question? This is a what-if question. Is it? You don't answer those.
Not allowed.
Okay, well, I'm going to do it anyway. If you were going to be on a desert island, what item would you take with you?
Rum. So I can pretend Captain Jack.
Just so you can pretend you're a pirate. Like, just not... Like, nothing practical, nothing like, you know, I'm going to need this... Not like a knife so you could, like, survive.
Right.
Just rum.
Why do I know I'm going to a desert island, or am I marooned there?
No, you. It's kind of like you have like 10 minutes to grab something.
Okay, everybody knows what you grab.
What do you grab?
A gun with one bullet.
Fair.
Yep.
Okay.
And I know. I don't know why I wouldn't grab more. Like a desert island. If it's a deserted island, there's probably no food on the island either, because there's no, unless you have to lab grow your own meat, and I'm not into that.
No, you would not survive if you had to lab grow your own meat. Now I ask, this is kind of a far stretch, but I actually just saw this right before we came on with the show. Some guy, his barn caught on fire, and
LOL.
he rushed in to the barn in this burning barn and saved all of his cows.
But what did he do with them?
Well, I would imagine they're probably roaming free. Because
Are they food cows? I mean, because is he just going to slaughter them anyway? Because if he is, he might as well let him go.
No, that's rude. That's rude. That's rude.
Is there a worse word than English language besides slaughter? It's a
No.
terrible word.
They were. I think they were his pets because there was only like 3 cows, and
He ate the rest of them.
no.
Okay, he didn't. I don't know. I was not there.
No. The cows were on fire. The
Cows were on fire.
No, don't stop. The barn was on fire, and they rushed in and they saved the cows because the barn was on fire. So, anyway, I was gonna ask. I didn't want to ask. What you would save if you had to leave your house, but
I don't have a barn.
Right.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What would you save in your barn?
Right.
Well, some hay, a pitchfork.
Definitely a pitchfork for
What
sure.
do people put in barns?
A hoe.
That's my first save right there.
I'm surprised you didn't say that first.
Trying to beat these pigs.
Oh man. Okay.
The whole Fergie album. That's what we listened to yesterday. The whole thing. Just so you know.
We listened to the whole thing.
Entire.
No, we didn't hear Fergalicious.
You were in the building whenever it came on. I heard it.
Oh. Well, okay, not all of us heard the whole Fergie album then, just you. You're so special.
Fergalicious Def.
Fergalicious Def. Okay. Let's do some rapid fire and then we can wrap up with that.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. McDonald's does catering now.
Okay.
So for your wedding, mostly, that's what they're kind of going for.
It's actually just called DoorDash, but that's fine.
It's not. You're gonna need more than DoorDash for your wedding, unless every table does its own DoorDash.
What if it's a fake wedding from a fake proposal?
Well, then you would get fake McDonald's.
Oh, so like.
You would get lab-grown meat.
This baby kitten of yours is so destructive.
I know.
She really wants some attention.
A restaurant got in trouble because they created a. Hold on. She's eating the wall by the outlet. No, stop. Sorry, she was unplugging the.
I know she did do it earlier.
She's doing it again. All right, hold on.
Why is she down there? Everybody's being weird. Oh, there's a box down there or something. Grab that box. They want to eat. Oh, they all want to eat that box.